Happy Martin Luther King Day, guys. Hey, what's going on? It's me, Jay. Happy Martin Luther King Day. And happy Inauguration Day. It is Inauguration Day 2025. Today we inaugurate the 47th President of the United States. Uh, Once again, Donald J. Trump. Um, it is a historic presidency for the reasons that we've discussed earlier on this channel. Being the first president to serve two non-consecutive terms since 1893, Grover Cleveland, but is also a historic presidency because the inauguration will take place indoors. Um, for the first time in 40 years. The last time it took place indoors was 1984, Ronald Reagan's re-election. Ronald Reagan's second term. It took place indoors then. It is taking place indoors now. Snoop Dogg. Now, the reason why Snoop Dogg is in the title and Nelly and Rick Ross is because they are allegedly, those three guys are allegedly facing tremendous controversy. And thank you for you guys' well wishes about my face. Off topic, but thank you for the well wishes about my face. Cleared up completely. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Um, but the reason why these guys are facing a lot of controversy is because 2 days ago at Trump's inaugural ball, these guys performed, and a lot of people are saying, well, uh, these guys are, sellouts. Especially Snoop. He was against Trump. In uh, his last term, he had that incident where he shot Trump. On a video. But now he's performing at his inaugural ball. Well, you know what I always say, guys? Money talks, bullshit walks, guys. So obviously Trump got the right amount of dollars, the right amount of money, and he got him to perform, right? So, and Rick Ross the same thing, and Nelly the same thing. Nelly was on Willie D Live the other day, justifying it, saying that Trump has changed. I don't think really Trump has changed. I think if anything, he's kind of changed for the kind of worse. He's kind of going to be a little bit more to the right of his last presidency, but we shall see. He claims to be the crypto president. He's going to be endorsing a lot of cryptocurrencies. I don't know about Bitcoin. That's the only really one that I know. There's others I know out there. I'm not really in the crypto-based economy loop like that to really know. But if you guys are, let me know. But it's just interesting because this is happening on MLK's holiday. Now, MLK's holiday, as many people know, was a controversial thing. During the especially the 1980s. With when it was being proposed, many states didn't want to ratify it because of the controversial legacy among conservatives with MLK for various reasons. I say it's because conservatives largely have a racist platform, and MLK was, obviously anti-racist. But it was a conservative president, Ronald Reagan, who put it through to make the holiday official in the 1980s. So, I mean, take with that what you will. But it would have been much more fitting, I think, were it Kamala Harris. That were being sworn in, but unfortunately it's not. I supported her in this 2024 election. She did not win, was a disastrous presidency for Joe Biden. Um, and we got what we got with the reelection of Donald Trump. So we'll see where the next 4 years takes us. We'll see. So far, you have the TikTok ban, which Trump has, I believe he's lifted it. I'm not sure. I don't use TikTok, so I believe he's either lifted it or he's going to lift it. As soon as he is sworn in, that's going to be the first one of the things he's done. He has um, Gaza and Hamas. Hamas and Israel have come to a ceasefire with the release of at least some of the hostages. During the October 2020, October 7th, 2023 incident. As far as some of the pardons, Trump plans to pardon uh, some of the January the 6th perpetrators, which is very, very controversial on many people's minds because many people feel like these people, you know, they did it because he lost the 2020 election and they deserve to be locked up and they deserve to serve the full capacity of time. But, you know, that's what he plans to do. As far as the Gaza and Israel situation with Hamas, this is a ceasefire. This is obviously temporary because we know this war is never going to stop. And in a way, I feel like Trump just wanted to do this because he's so many ways he's aping and trying to mimic various past presidencies, trying to mimic the past presidency in the 1890s of William McKinley with his William McKinley was, of course, an imperialistic president. Trump is trying to be imperialistic. William McKinley spread out to Guam, the Philippines, Puerto Rico, Cuba. Trump is trying to do the exact same thing, making these proclamations to Canada, making the proclamations to Greenland, making the proclamations to Panama about the Panama Canal. He's trying to do the exact same thing with William McKinley. He's trying to be like he was in his last term, a lot like Andrew Jackson. He's trying to be like, and another person he's trying to be like is Ronald Reagan. And Ronald Reagan, as many people recall, in his first election in 1980, the day after he was sworn in, the hostages from Iran were released. So Trump was trying to do something like that with regards to Israel and Hamas. And in a way, Israel got the short end of the stick because they didn't get all the hostages really released. And their stated goal was to destroy Hamas and to annihilate Hamas and to weaken Hamas's base of rule in Gaza. And they really didn't get to do that. Trump put a kibosh on it. He forced Benjamin Netanyahu, in a way, he backed Netanyahu into a corner. And I guess Netanyahu felt like he had to do it. And there are reports going around now that Hamas is on Arabic TV, bragging that they got everything they wanted out of the thing. They did the October 7th attack. They were emboldened. They were inspired to continue to do more attacks on Israel. They didn't really, as far as the political regime, not the people of Gaza, but the political regime of Hamas in Gaza, they got everything they wanted out of the situation. they didn't really suffer anything. Yeah, the death of Yahya Sinwar, the death of Khalid Mashal, the death of Ismail Hania. The death of these prominent Hamas leaders, happened, but Hamas continues on, even with the release of Manwar Baghouti. And there was the release of these Palestinian hostages. These Palestinian prisoners in exchange for the hostages, they really come out unscathed. So as soon as they get their bearings right again and they get on their feet again, I believe they will, in 2025, continue to strike out at Israel. Israel will continue to strike out at them because Netanyahu is still in power. Um, and this will continue on as it has for the last 108 years. The war between Israel and its neighbors. No word on what's happening with regards uh, to Syria. No word what's happening with regards to Vladimir Zelensky in Ukraine and Vladimir Zelensky with Ukraine and Vladimir Putin with Russia. No word in regards to that. Trump is just, probably going to sit those guys down, and that conflict is probably going to come to an end, and basically try to at least undo, everything that Biden has done in the last 4 years. So some people are happy today. Some people are really upset today. They would have much rather seen Kamala Harris, be there. Other people are saying this is a rebirth of America, America's rebirth. America, the curtain closes, as Trump put it, on a very dark year in his perspective. I'm hearing the speech is going to be a lot about common sense. So we got to see the speech, guys, and enjoy your Inauguration Day / MLK Day. Peace. Love you guys.